In this video, we're going to cover the marketing secret of the Inc. 5000. So before I get into it, what I want to do, I want to share a very quick, very powerful story with you. When I first came across this story, it really inspired me. I just loved hearing it, so I want to repeat it for you here. I think you will get a lot of value out of it as well. From the age of 2, Steve Smith would find himself sitting at the table of his father's market stall at 6 a.m. each morning. After selling pens door to door, he had opened the stall to try and bring in more money. Later, his father's market stall success allowed him to start a cash and carry. Through his father's hard work and determination, he learned some valuable life lessons. Helping his father also taught him how the business world actually works. At 16, when most students would be sitting exams, he opened his first discount store in West Bromwich, England. And here's what he did. What he did next was a real stroke of genius. If an item was damaged or had no packaging, he would price it at 10 pence and throw it in a box. So I don't know the exact laws in the UK, but as far as I know, if something is damaged in any way, you can't sell it for your full price. It has to have some kind of discount. So no matter what the item was, if it was damaged or missing packaging, he would throw it in a box and it was priced at 10 pence. The box became the highlight of his shop, and no matter what was in there, everything got sold. And what happened was that people would come to his shop and just go to the box rather than browsing the aisles. They didn't really care the packaging was missing or slightly damaged. They liked that they knew the price of everything and it was cheap. And this gave him a new idea. He convinced a shopping center in Burton-upon-Trent to open a store with his new vision. And on his first day, he sold £13,000 worth of goods. This is a brand new store, brand new name, nobody knows about it. He sold £13,000 worth of goods on day one. His store, Poundland. Every single item was priced at £1. Nothing more, nothing less. And if you're from the UK, you probably know this store very well. So here is Steve now enjoying his success. He later sold his share in the company for a cool £50 million. The company has continued to thrive, it didn't just die after he sold it, and this year floated on the stock market for a whopping £750 million. Now I know you're probably thinking, what does this have to do with building a marketing company? Well, on the homepage of Marketing Inc., where you found this video series, I cover HubSpot and Marketo, two businesses worth more than $1 billion helping clients with marketing. They are brilliant at what they do, but I don't want you to become anything like them. Instead, I want you to apply this single laser-like focus Steve had to your very own marketing empire and hone in on just one specific niche. And why would we do that? Why would we just target one industry out of the millions out there? Well, first of all, it's very easy to position yourself as an expert and authority. I can't topple HubSpot or Marketo's market share anytime soon, but I can become a marketing guru for a particular industry fairly quickly. And just think about this as well. Conversions come so much easier. So just run through this very quick scenario with me. If you owned a gym, which company would you hire? Would you hire the company that offers marketing services to anyone and everyone? Or would you go for the company that only work with fitness trainers and gyms and they have a lot of success stories to show working in that industry? And the irony is that people think offering everything to everyone will get them more sales. I certainly thought that when I started my own marketing company back when I was 16. I offered pretty much everything I could. My experience and research, however, shows me that this is not the case. So I just want to show you a few examples of what I'm talking about here. So a few examples from the Inc. 5000. We have Rich Dealers. What do? They create advertising campaigns for retail automotive dealerships in the United States and Canada. As you can see there, 3-year growth, 734%, 2012 revenue, 5.7 million. So they're very focused on a niche here. Zambezi, advertising services for sports, entertainment, and passion brands. 3-year growth, 761%, 2012 revenue, $13 million. Largetail, look how niche this is. You can't really get more niche than this. Custom marketing campaigns aimed at niche readers of digital arts, culture, and style publications. 3-year growth, 910%. Another one, I just have so many of these. I'm not going to go through too many though. They offer marketing and lead generation for niche markets in financial services and legal. And just look at that 3-year growth, 1,587%. And here's probably my favorite one, AutoShop Solutions. They provide website design and internet marketing services to auto repair shops tire dealers, collision shops, and transmission shops. Like, who would have thought of targeting the auto repair shops or collision shops? It's just not something you really think about. But look at that 3-year growth, 709%. So just think about this for a second. A website design company that is focused on just the automotive niche is making more money than pretty much any other website design company out there, even though those other website design companies are focused on offering their services to anyone and everyone. Why does this work? Well, once you've decided on a niche, potential clients in that industry naturally flood towards you because they want to work with someone who targets their industry. You don't hire a football coach to master your tennis serve. And just look at this from Business Week. The US market for management consulting grew 8.5% last year to $39.3 billion. The fastest growing areas, marketing and sales. And this article continues stating that while companies are trying to keep internal headcounts low due to an unstable economy, they're increasingly looking at outside specialist help. This is not a dying niche. And remember, this is just the US. I have clients in the UK, Canada, Australia who report very similar things to me. So I promise I'm going to show you some real world examples. I give a kind of brief background there. In some industries in the Inc. 5000, let me look at another company. This is one of my favorite examples, NPE, also known as Net Profit Explosion. Now, the reason I like them so much is not because they're successful, and trust me when I say that they are, but they apply marketing techniques I think you can personally replicate. They have managed to build a multi-million-dollar marketing company and their only clients are fitness trainers and gyms. If you have a law practice or a private golf club or whatever and you want more customers and you go to them, they're going to turn you away. They've managed to build this huge company just targeting fitness trainers and gyms. And here's a look at their revenue growth for the last few years. So when they started out in 2006, they did a fairly modest $60,000 in revenue. The next year, $850,000. The year after that, $2.3 million. Their CEO, Sean Greenlee, says it just kept going from there, pulling in excess of $5 million in 2012. And what did they sell? Well, here's their coaching program page. You can see they have 5 different packages ranging from £500 per year to £25,000 per year, depending on which package you want to go for. And here's what those packages offer. Private membership site, private Facebook group, monthly coaching calls, a fitness marketing system, a fitness sales system, and a fitness business management system. There is absolutely no reason you cannot create a private membership site. I've done it for pretty much every product I sell. I use a $50 plugin for WordPress, which WordPress is free, to set it up. You could create a private Facebook group in the next 20 seconds and email companies about that group. Monthly coaching calls, buy a microphone and download Skype for free. What my point here is that everything is membership based. This is all primarily web based. Okay, they do offer seminars and in-person coaching for their very high up levels, but for the most part, this is all internet based and stuff I have no doubt you can do. Now, you probably want to know how they're getting people to their website. Well, again, they're just following very basic staples of internet marketing that people have been using for as long as the internet was around to get leads. These are tactics you've probably heard of millions of times before that work so well. And trust me when I say they work especially well for niche marketing companies. So just look at their traffic sources. They have AdWords, so they're running AdWords ads here. Keyword, how to sell gym memberships. Someone Googles that, you're probably going to be interested in their services. They're also running Facebook ads. You see there, one ad, they have 27,000 likes. They're doing blogging, so they're talking about their industry for people who may be interested in what they have to offer. They're not going to be a Technorati Top 100 blog, but that's not the aim. All they're doing is targeting their content towards their very specific industry and picking up leads that way. They run a Twitter account to show what they're working on, and they do webinars. So they did one very recently, Tuesday, May 20th, Real Marketing Ain't Cheesy. And again, they're just talking about marketing, but they're applying it to their specific industry. Just like that Auto Shop Solutions example, you want to go to a company who just focuses on your industry. Clients want that, and it works so well. So the main point here is that you can literally apply all of the main internet marketing staples to your own ventures. There is nothing here that I have just covered that you can't do or learn how to do very quickly. And this also becomes much easier when you're focusing on a specific industry because there's far less competition and you can target all of your messages to just one niche. And this is the agency funnel. Now, this is not just for people who want offices around the world and tons of staff. You can absolutely crush it on your own from your bedroom or home office if you wish as well. Take John Sonmez, for example, someone I worked with in March to help with his launch. His first ever product launch. He did $21,000 in his launch week and doubled his initial launch goal. And here is John's email to me. Hey Glenn, looked like the launch was a success. Made a total of 105 sales with a revenue of about 21K. Pretty glad to double it. Now to the next challenge. So I'm sure he is pretty glad to double it. And just, I may blow your mind a little bit here. What were his audience? Programmers. Who would have thought that programmers need marketing advice? Well, keep in mind, every single company in the world wants more leads, and this also applies to people who are building their own business like programmers and operating from home. Every company wants more leads. If you can help them figure out how to do that, they're gonna pay you money. So I'm just gonna show you John's funnel here. It was so simple. So here was his traffic source. He had blog readers, so he runs a blog about programming, just like NPE run a blog about getting clients for your fitness business. I helped him set up Twitter ads. I think we spent about $300 on Twitter ads, and we did Reddit ads. That may be surprising if anyone's got into paid ads. Reddit ads can work very well in some industries, especially for programmers. And there we spent about $250. So around $500 in spend equaled more than $21,000 in 1 week for launch revenue. What he did was send that traffic to an email capture form. So he captured their email addresses. Then he sent 2 follow-up emails. So he's showing them, kind of giving them snippets about what he was going to sell. So clips of interviews and stuff like that. And then he pitched his product. There was nothing more to it than that. John will happily attest to this. Now, that's not to say it's easy. He did have to create a valuable product for his audience. Remember I said in video 1, I can't help people who have no value to offer. But the process is not technically challenging. Send people to an email capture form, offer them some value, nobody wants to be sold to straight away, and then pitch your product. And the number one reason it works so well, I'm trying to hammer home in this video, is that all of his messages are tailored towards his niche. He knows what makes programmers tick and can write a message accordingly. That's the power of laser focus on a specific industry. Now, just to kind of break things up again, this is very important. If anything is confusing, if anything doesn't make sense, stick with me. We're going to wrap everything up together at the end of this course. Creating a course like this is very difficult to organize. Because, I want to show you examples, but at no point do I want you to be thinking, I can't do that, or that doesn't apply to me, or help, what is he talking about right now? So, I really want you to be able to understand that I'm doing this for the neutral person. So the guy who's totally new to internet marketing and they want to jumpstart that success, and the person who may be running a marketing company already, or they kind of know a bit about SEO and getting leads, and they decided, okay, maybe I can do that for clients. I'm going to put this all together for you in the end. So with that said, here's what's coming up in the following few videos, not just the next video. In video 4, I'm going to show you a Google domination guide to SEO. There's a lot of information on the web about SEO. The majority of it is totally irrelevant. We're just going to focus on what matters and share how we can get even one-page websites. So websites is just one page of content, their homepage, ranking highly for profitable search terms. Video 5 is going to cover the SEO agency funnel and the secret funnel that I mentioned earlier. These 2 funnels are very much interlinked, so instead of making 2 very short videos, we're going to pack a lot of value into video 5 about these additional funnels which make up a large part of our revenue. Video 6, an advanced recon guide to winning clients. I'm going to show you how to use the agency funnel, and any funnel really, to pick up clients with ease by focusing on one specific problem that your niche has. Video number 7, how to build a marketing empire part-time. I know everyone is not fortunate enough to be able to start a new marketing project online full-time. So this video will really touch on exactly how I would do things given just an hour or 2 spare per day. I know you're not looking for another 40-hour work week. Then we have 2 bonus videos coming up covering the exact tools that myself and Diggy use to run our business and how to take this to the next level. So there's a lot of value coming up here, and I hope this interests you because I'm really going to pack each video with just examples and details and content and really just try and give as much information as I can. So on the next page, you're going to see an offering for a free ebook. Just go download that, get some more examples of the examples I've talked about in this video. Then totally free, all of these videos are totally free. You're going to be sent a video for, and we're going to go through the guide there. I hope you found this interesting, and I will see you in the next video.